Welcome back. We are with Alexandra and Colin Proctor in the kitchen, Made with Love delectable edibles. We've got a couple of different themes going on. There's chocolate near me, that's nice. And then we've got some bison over here.
We've got some bison and some olive oil, and we're gonna make some tomato Ditali soup today.
Tomato Ditali soup.
And that's our special product right here. It's like a full-bodied tomato and vegetable soup, and we're going to do it with our easy, no-fuss, entertaining recipe. And so what I have here is a pound of bison, which we're going to braise first. And Alexandra has added 1 tablespoon of olive oil to the pan.
I have. So you can do this with butter or olive oil. The recipe is right on the back of the package. So we start with browning 1 cup of ground meat. That's nice and loud. We've actually got probably closer to 2 cups in here. So we're gonna do it nice and meaty. So we're sticking that guy in there. And then we're going to add a tablespoon of olive oil and then add the package of soup mix.
For people who haven't tried cooking with bison, what's the flavor like in comparison to just ground beef?
I find it's pretty much like a lean ground beef. I buy bison or like organic bison or organic beef, depending on what's in my Cooper's Foods. They're always, the organic meats are kept in the freezer section. So sometimes I'll find organic beef, sometimes organic bison, and I use them pretty much interchangeably.
Yeah, I find the bison they sell is a very lean meat, and I would say much closer to like lean ground beef than the medium. So it's a very nice lean meat.
It's a healthy lean.
Yeah,
ground
it's
beef.
it's a really nice meat. So I've also got about 1 cup of zucchini. Is that what the recipe calls for? I'm just
about 1
going from my
baby
memory.
zucchini sliced up.
Okay, so we're gonna add that as well too. And just stir it in with our stir fry. And Alex, you've got the soup mix too.
And if you'll notice, the soup mix there is in a double bag. That's because we actually use a biodegradable cellulose bag, so it's not plastic. And in order to make sure that the soup is as well sort of kept for shelf life, we do a double bag on that. But both of those can go in your compost heap, or wherever they end up, they'll become part of the planet again.
Well put.
Yeah. So we're just gonna stir in our soup mix, and then we're gonna add 5 cups of water, and we're gonna bring it to a hard boil. And with this soup, pretty much you don't cover it over, you just cook it hard for 10 minutes. And that will pretty much do it. And it's like a delicious full-bodied soup, and it should be done by the end of the next segment. We should be able to try it along with the chocolate truffles that we're going to finish from our last episode, which we didn't quite.
I don't know if any of you watching today was here when I did chocolate truffles with the kids, but I had forgotten my solid chocolate that had already cooled, so I didn't have anything that I could roll. So today, both of these recipes are from our rustic Italian feast menu. You can find out more about that on Facebook, so go to madewithlove.ca, click Rustic Italian Feast. And I thought we'd do some chocolate rolling in the next segment too, so you can see that.
Sounds good. Madewithlove.ca is where you can find the fabulous recipes. We're going to let in the this simmer kitchen for making our delicious rustic Italian soup that the name specifically I can't remember. How are we doing here?
Tomato Ditali.
We're doing really well.
Great. And so a roaring boil is what we were waiting for, and it has done that. We've let it cool off a little bit now, but still hot. It looks like the juices have all come together.
Yeah. So this guy here, we're actually going to let it boil hard.
Okay.
The full recipe is for about 20 minutes. And you actually want to let it boil hard uncovered. And what that is going to do is give you perfectly cooked pasta and a really nice rich broth. So just let it boil. We'll ignore that for a bit. And we're going to show you how to roll the Aztec chocolate truffles. So Aztec chocolate truffles, ridiculously simple recipe. So you melt 1 8-ounce package or a heaping cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips. So you can use the baker's chocolate or the chocolate chips for this guy. Half a cup of whipping cream or coconut milk if you want to make it vegan. and 2 tablespoons of the Aztec chocolate spice blend.
Sounds good.
And once you've done that, you've got a molten chocolate mass. You take your bowl and you stick it in the freezer. And after about 45 minutes, an hour, you have a quite solid, almost Play-Doh-like chocolate mass. And then you scoop it out with a spoon. 2 spoons works really well. Here, I'm going to grab this one. We froze 1 spoon into our mix. It doesn't want to come out yet.
So it makes it
in
pretty
there.
hard to pull out, but it's not that hard. It has to be a certain uniform amount of solid.
With the truffles, you're looking for an almost molten soft chocolate center and a really gorgeous sort of outside. So then with these little dollops of chocolate I've put in my Aztec chocolate spice blend, I'm just gonna turn them around, get my fingers all covered in cocoa, and then pop them in the palm of my hand and give a little bit of a roll and stick them over to the other side. And that is it. I can stick them back in the fridge now.
Wow, those look
And be
great.
ready to go.
How long do you want them to sit in the fridge, or do you just leave them in there until they're ready to serve? Because you don't want them to lose that texture, right?
You keep them in the fridge until they're ready to serve. And actually, if you don't want to do this rolling part, on our website, on our Facebook page, so go to the website, madewithlove.ca, click join us on Facebook, and there are the most amazing pictures of an Aztec chocolate truffle cake. So instead of doing this rolling, you actually just pour it into your pan lined with the spice blend and some chopped nuts, and then let it set. So 2 different ways to make an absolutely amazing dessert. And if you are dying to taste these, we will be at the Save On Foods in Sahali this afternoon.
Delicious. I'm going to serve up a bowl of this.